Damn, those curfews, them shits must have really worked. Cause it seemed like it really stopped the spread of that thing. Cause I ain't really been told much about the death toll rising lately. So like that probably must have been a real good idea. And that's what got me thinking for real, like what other ways could curfews be beneficial to America? And it's a black and mild. But first off, you already know they probably got people smarter to be in the damn government that's thinking the exact same thing as me. So I'm probably mad late with it. But you already see they're using one thing is riots. They just started using that recently. But they tripping, right? We gotta we gotta save our communities. Okay, every time a cop casts judgment or whatever instead of the court, okay, and murder somebody or whatever, people want to get violent. You know, go somewhere else with all that. You feel me? And now they put in the curfews in these states. Yeah, crazy. But it's known that the people, if it's known that the people in your area are actively rioting for a period of time, you do put yourself in some kind of danger being outside after dark, right? So I think them curfews probably do make sense. But when you say that, then what else could if a curfew help stop the spread of that thing, then like and it could mitigate violent riots? Like I'm thinking like could curfew stop violent gangs and all that black on black crime? A matter of fact, they need to put curfews. I think they should put curfews in those areas in Chicago and Brooklyn and Compton too. All those shits. But I'm not trying to be on no curfew though, cause for these gangs and all these black on black crimes and shit, you know, and all that. So I feel like they should put they should put curfews only on the high crime rate areas like Brooklyn, Chicago, Compton, and fucking probably fucking I said Atlanta, fucking Atlanta, Florida, cause they got that Kodak Black Thug and yeah. And then it's like, why would you live there if it's a high crime rate, right? You feel me? And that all sounds exactly like what's going will possibly happen. A curfew did not stop you from getting sick because that sounds stupid. The air outside was never killing you. Like, and air does not wait until bedtime to kill you. It was passing a virus onto other people. So at the most, for this pandemic that's magically vanishing, social distancing is all that really would have been necessary if you want to use that. But it never needed to be titled and enforced through media and normal businesses going as far as not letting people come in without a mask. And I'm not going to say my whole prediction and assumption of what all this shit is trying to lead towards because I don't know everything, of course. But moral of this story is that curfews is not going away. And I've been said this months ago as soon as they told us to have a curfew for a virus for the first time they tell or whatever. Who cares if it's the first time or not? They don't use curfews on adults. And I already knew what this was going to lead towards. Curfews for this, then curfews for fucking riots, and then they're going to end up getting curfews to stop gang violence, and then you got black on black crime. So then now that's when everybody's going to really understand that you don't just willingly go on house arrest every time the government tells you to. So now you thought it made so much sense to go on a curfew to hide from the air. The air is not changing once it gets dark. It's less people coming outside once it gets dark. All you had to do was ban a nightclub if you were saying you didn't want people bunched up together. So you all willingly went along and went on a curfew to hide from air. It makes no sense. And now a curfew again is gonna be in place for the rioting and stuff like that. And then boom, sooner or later they gonna start talking about all gang violence, and people gonna go in curfews there. And that's my prediction for that.